Shalom. Call Halo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKadosh. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, while I continue to learn this 100% truth from. They rule well. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Barakathum to those men. Shalom and salutations to the elder bishops, the elders and the prophets and the teachers and the men of Great Millstone, of the men of Great Millstone who are also continue to learn this 100% truth from. Shalom to the speckled bird, confused face, the Akim and Aqua, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. Back again with another video, praying that this may be edifying to you. And right here I have a video of this, what we would like to say, black woman, talking about you women who are most likely practicing to be 2/3 of Israel. And it depends if the Spirit is on me or not. I may bring up another video that I've just seen. But I got inspiration from this. Just listen to some of the things she was saying. So I'm going to let it play, and then I'm going to bring out some scriptures. And, I pray that you be edified with it. So let's get into it.
The majority of black women are not queens. You are paid government agents. You are empowered, but not in the way that you think. You teamed up with the government via government assistance, child support, legal filings, and they weaponized you against your own community and your own men. They sold you on being strong and independent, but really they just isolated you and set you up for further manipulation and failure. The system didn't for you. It actually programmed you to fight against your own, disrespect your men, and not respect your elders. You traded family for funding, and while you celebrate your freedom, your house just is slowly burning down, actually rapidly. Unfortunately, you're not raising children, you're actually programming them. Your daughters are repeating the same cycles as you, becoming baby mamas, involved in sugar daddy culture, whole culture, all of the above. And then your sons lack leadership, discipline, and self-control. So just no order at all, just all dysfunction, emotionality, and rage. You became the perfect weapon to inject the dysfunction right directly into your children, so they don't have to do it because you're doing it for them. But then you brag about your degrees and how you're the most educated and independent and strong and how you guys can take care of yourself, but your children can't read. Can we make that make sense? And as long as you keep choosing the system over black men, you'll remain a non-player character, a program bot running on a government code, just raising the next generation of slaves. And this is why you lead in obesity, single motherhood, least likely to get married, least desirable, most likely to raise a criminal. It's because you're a product of the very system that you think you're outsmarting.
Stop that bomb bucket! When me tell them to say out, do that match there, do that bomb bucket.
All right. Now, even if people don't agree with her, I agree with her very much. She hit a lot of truth points for what she was saying. Now, I'm not saying that everything she's saying is correct, but a lot of things that she did say is definitely happening in the so-called black community, which is the Israelites, which make up you Negroes, you Spanish, and you North American Indians. You make up the 12 tribes of Israel, and what she's saying is hitting home. But let's get a quick scripture real quick. 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. And it reads, "Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. Awake to righteousness and sin not, for some have not the knowledge of the Most High. I speak this to your shame." And I brought that scripture out because that's exactly what's going on with our people. Our people do not know who Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is. They don't fear Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. They fear Esau, and they fear Jesus Christ, and they fear the power that Esau bears, because we're living in his kingdom where he has rule and he controls everything. So, naturally women are hypergamous, and they're going to flock where they know that the power is at, the control is at, and they're going to cater to that. And what the young lady was saying makes a lot of sense about that. They chose you to go against your own family, your own people, so you can have money in your pocket. I've also heard the term before, not through her, but women would rather choose happiness versus her family, or they would leave. They would leave a marriage for her happiness, and it's true. A lot of women will sacrifice the greater good just so they can have what they think is happiness, or the bag, or whatever it is that they claim to they want to have. Just in general, women love comfortness. You know what I mean? And they're gonna it's gonna be like that. And this is why they're coming at men today on these podcasts and these platforms, complaining about men ain't this and men ain't that, and because the men are not chasing women like they used to. They're not investing in women like they used to. So women decided to shame them into, which is crazy. It just shows you that they don't understand and know too much about about men, but they rather shame them and try to force them into making them priority and spending their money and investing in them to get nothing in return, which is crazy. But this is the time we live in with Esau's rulership. It's just it's all going to it's circling the drain, basically. You know what I mean? This is 1 Peter 1:15. But as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation, because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. And this is something that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has done to his special people. He has chosen a special people to represent him. And unfortunately, we have dropped the ball plenty and many of times. And because of that, we are carrying out curses that were put on us from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And because of that, there's no matter. It doesn't matter what you try to do, or how much money you get, or what type of status you think you're going to claim in Esau's world. I'm talking to you men and you women of Jake. You're still just going to be a subject in Esau's world, and used to destroy many of us. You know what I'm saying? And to confuse us. And that goes for you pastors as well. You wacky tacky Christians with status and so on, and you bishops and deacons, and all of you you entertainers, and, you know what I mean, and you athletes. It goes to all of you, because you have been chosen to represent the wickedness and the downfall against our people, and they use you very well to do exactly what they want. But because you live, because Israel loves comfortability, and because you are comfortable from, what you grew up in, being poor or however it may be, you decided that, you're going to stay in this position, and you're not going to give it up for nothing. That's why money is the root of all evil, because the love of money is the root of all evil, because the love of it puts you in a position of feeling comfortable, and you're willing to betray whoever you need to maintain and to have that stability of comfortableness that you are provided with. You know what I'm saying? But it's all going to circle in the drain, because Esau's about to get ready to run down on everybody. He don't care how much work you put in to keep us down, your own people. He going to put you along with us. You know what I'm saying? This is 1 Timothy 4:12. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. And this is what the men of the Lord, the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is doing. We're constantly trying to show the world the right way to go about it. We're teaching through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the name and the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, passed down to the men of great, the elder apostles of great millstone, on down to how to deal with people, and how to be a light to your own people. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, showing the Gentile nations how great we are as a people, because we have been looked down at for so long and disrespected for so long. Nobody respects us, nobody appreciates us, and everybody laughs at us, mocks us, and what they say, gnash their teeth at us, and such and so. So there's no respect that we're going to earn or get here in Esau's world, along with the heathens who are here too. Everybody look at us as a joke. We're bywords, and we have no respect whatsoever. But Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, as the scriptures just said, to learn how to be holy, as He is holy, and separate yourself, and come out of this world, come out of this lifestyle and thinking. And all you jakes are concerned with is what's that? The basketball playoffs, and who Deion Sanders' son is, and what he's doing, and all of these things that's non-factors, persona non grata to this way of life that we're trying to lead, so we can get out of here. We want to get out of here, because this is not a life of living. This is a die slowly lifestyle, no matter who you are and what you are. Even you who have money and have some kind of status or some kind of power in Esau's world, it means nothing. You're going to get nowhere with it, because ultimately you got to continue to keep killing and selling out your own people to maintain any status that you got. And eventually it's going to become real cheap, and your status is going to fall. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah sees it all. He's going to destroy you for it. You're going to realize that it was nothing. It was, oh, hell no. Salakia, I had a spider in the car. He wanted those Spider-Man jumping spiders, you know what I'm saying? I had to get him real quick. Anyway, what I was going back to is what I wanted to get to is Sirach 6:35, and it reads, "Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thy betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. Let let thy mind be upon the ordinances of Yahweh, and meditate continually in his commandments. And he shall establish thine heart, and give thee wisdom at thy own desire." And that is to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We don't fear the Lord no more. We think that we could do what we want to do, as long as it's all right with and respectable to Esau. And that's the problem with our people, is that we are idolizing. We are putting gods before Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And because of that, this is why Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is angry, and is about to destroy this, and his son to destroy this place, because it can't continue to go on anymore, man. It's just it's way out of line, you know what I mean, and upside down, with a lot of confusion that comes with it. And it's just time for our people to rise and come up out of this. We've been down and docile and simple for so long. This is all we know, and we're so low-minded, you know what I'm saying, light-minded, sottish, that you can pull anything on our people, but it won't be for the elect, because you're not going to fool the elect. The elect have the understanding through the grace and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to understand what you devils are doing. And this is what this young lady was touching on. She was trying to reach you simple-minded Jake women to the best of her ability, because when we're talking to you, you don't listen. You don't have no respect for who we are and what we represent anymore. And it's ultimately you hate yourself. This is why the Lord has to destroy a lot of you women too, because you mean no good to your people anymore. Sirach 9:15. "Let thy talk be with the wise, and all thy communication in the law of the Most High." And this is what I'm trying to bring to you in this conversation of what this young lady was saying. Just from a perspective of analyzing it and trying to filter through the scriptures of what she was saying. You know what I mean? Because everything that she was saying to me, I agree is true. Now, I'm not gonna say everything, but to the majority of what I heard and the points that she made, it's true. You know what I mean? And now people, especially our women, they just so out of tune. They don't see nor do they hear anything, but all they care about is what they want and what they want to do, not realizing that nothing lasts forever. Our women make these crazy decisions, not realizing that you're going to have to pay for that. I don't think they understand that. So they live a life, a promiscuous lifestyle, and a wicked lifestyle, and adultery lifestyle, and because they love money. They don't fear the Lord. They love money. They fear Esau. That's what it comes down to them. It has Sirach 27:11. The discourse of a godly man is always with wisdom, but a fool changeth as the moon. And that is Jake, men and women. They're constantly changing, and they don't stand on anything. There's no integrity with our people. Everything is, what can you do for me? And because of that, our people have to pay, man. Don't know how to deal with one another. And, constantly running their mouth and talking as if they know something. They know nothing. Especially you wacky-tacky Jake Christians. You know what I mean? Coming against the prophets, the elders, and the apostles, talking crazy as if you think one scripture that you flipped and twisted up around is going to debunk the entire Bible. So, you know what I mean? Like, you have no faith at all, and you have no belief system. Everything is about what makes you feel good. This is what it's all about. It's about comfortability. What makes you feel good? Proverbs, Salakia. Proverbs 4:24. And it reads, put away from thee a forward mouth, and preserve lips put far from thee. Let thine eyes look right on, and let thy eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. And this is something that our people are having a problem doing. They like the evil, and they want to continue on with the evil. So therefore, they're going to be destroyed with the evil. So, I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about, the type of conversation that this young lady was having, and hopefully, she could wake up, some of you Jake women, because you don't see, and some of you, and a few of you Jake men too, because a lot of you Jake chumps, I'm not going to even use that word that everybody else is using, but a lot of you Jake men are chumps, and you're effeminate, and you follow what your mommy say, and you want attention like a woman does from women, and Yahweh Shem Yahshai is going to destroy you, man, because you chose again not to fear Yahweh Shem Yahshai, but you hate your own men. Though you get violent with your own people, you'll talk about your own people, you'll slander and mock your own people, but when it comes to these women or Esau, you ain't got nothing to say. Then you quiet, you cool, and you pander to them because you're a chump. That's why I call you a chump. So Abarak you edify with that, man. I'm going to say, Kohalo Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Shalom and salutations and double honors again to the elder apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well. And shalom on down to the elder bishops on down. And shalom to the elect. Shalom.